Semene hundete Khambo hundete elshit hundete hudut muzыку ще. Та бүгүднө муну улус харындын буден шажны хурулданар халонар маршалат юге ихиненге юге хилхымне. Добрый день, уважаемые Хамбалама, уважаемые гости, уважаемые монахи, уважаемые участники. Я поздравляю вас с началом.
Dear participants, I am welcoming you to the conference on the phenomena of the 12th Khambo Lama of Buryatia, Etigelov. We continue our forum, Traditional Buddhism, challenges of modern challenges, which we started yesterday. Yesterday was the first day. Today is the framework of this forum. We have the second conference that is dedicated to the phenomena of Khambo Lama Etigelov. And here at the presiding desk, we have guests from Hamadonsa, Khambo Lama. Also, we have representatives Gluri Buche. From India, we have Hu Xuefeng, the chairman of Chinese Buddhist Association, abbot of Daojian, representing China, executive director of Chinese Buddhist Association, Honorable Tam Vipol, the head of Secretariat and Protocol of the Supreme Patriarch of Cambodia, Hapto Hata Samharivatsa, deputy chairman of the Supreme State Committee of the Buddhist Sangha of Myanmar. He is 84 years of age. He is the oldest of all of us here. So we should be making sure we're watching his mood and his health. He's seated here in front of us. Let's make sure that we're following his mood. Alexander Palekanda Ratrasara Tera, Buddhist monk, PhD linguistics, deputy chairman of Sri Lanka Russia Friendship Society. We have Hamji Lama of the Russian Republic of Yakutia, by the name of Sergei Lars Khambo Lama of Altai province of Russia, Mr. Kurcharov Aram. From Cambodia, Yang Xiang It, we also have from Cambodia. It seems like I've listed all of them. And from the Russian Republic of Tiva, we will invite him once he comes to the hall. He's still on his way to here. And for the opening of our conference, I would like to give the floor to Khambo Lama.
Dear friends, Dharma friends, venerable guests, today we have our traditional hural on behalf of incredible state of Khambo Lama Etigelov. This is a great opportunity for us and a great joy. It's been 20 years since our amazing teacher came back to us, and he has been with us. Today in our Buddhism there are two heads. The main head is Venerable His Holiness Dashi Dorji Etigelov and me. There are two truths. I would say that His Holiness Khambo Lama Etigelov those who will have the post of Khambo Lama would not have that absolute truth. So in Russia, the power has two heads. The symbol of Russia, the eagle, has two heads. One looks to one side and one to other. So, I would be happy for Christians and Muslims who have their own view, and I accept that. But I am happy that I am Buddhist. And we would not, I don't want to not say that I know why now Moscow paid attention to us. Before we used to do it ourselves and nobody really cared. And I think, and I'm sure, that thanks to our warriors, our Buddhists who fight today for Russian world, for Slavic world, to save our Mongolian world. And thanks to those warriors, when our country is in such difficult state, especially our warriors from Buryatia are protecting our country against Europe, and we are honored. We are proud. People from Moscow, Maslov, am I right? Am I saying everything right? So now for 21 years, me being Khambo Lama, for 21 years it's been heavy for me. Why? Because those people who come to visit Etigelov, they ask me questions. Why Khambo Lama Etigelov achieved this state? And this question will always be there. If I like it or I don't like it, I have to answer to this question. From 2012, we have every year conference. And every time we are trying to say something to justify our existence, we are not living on this earth without any reason. We are wearing clothes. Of course, inside, I understand very well. Perhaps I will never know how he left his body, but I can think for what he left his body. Many people think that he left his body for us to feel good. Any common people. Those people especially who have money and power. But for simple people, I would not say that. Khambo Lama Etigelov left his body for us, for Buddhists, showing that yes, Buddha left and he didn't come back. and we have to wait Buddha Maitreya for 2000 years. So somebody has to be there during this gap. So Khambo Lama Etigelov, he kind of left his body, replacing that, replacing Buddha Shakyamuni and Buddha Maitreya. I say for us. I don't say for others. I say for us. I can't say that it's for all Buddhists in the world. I would say that Khambo Lama Etigelov left his body to help us. There will be wars, clashes. If there are no wars, there will be clashes. And every time our Buddha, always our Buddhat people always were fighting. In 40s, 50s, 90s. I would say that every time our Buddhat people had to go to fight, and we have this power in our blood, thankfully to our ancestor Genghis Khan. Even if some of our representatives of our state would not speak honestly because they are scared of Moscow. So I will not criticize anyone. Let's go deep into our teaching. In 1970, XII Lama, who was a reincarnation of first Lama, he was kind of not accepted as reincarnation, and he was not accepted as assistant of Bogdog again. They said that you are not worth it and you are not real reincarnation. So XII Lama, he was angry and he came to us. And he stayed at there from 1970 to 2010. He was great Lama. He spent 3 years in meditation. And there in his meditation he opened many CDs, and he wrote commentaries of Sutra of Lama Tsongkhapa about interrelation. Today our Mongolian Buddhists are trying to find and give them back his teachings. And I tell them that he is our teacher, he lived in our country, he breathed our air, and he ate our food, so he is ours. And you people, you can just be jealous of us. He wrote, if you don't know compassion, so there is nothing you have to teach other. It was written by XII Lama in 1886 while being in Ergeburge. You should agree that many people teach others not knowing anything about compassion. So you people, you don't know compassion, but you like to teach others. the meaning of teaching of Buddha is for understanding that there is nothing like I. I think when person thinks that the things outside are him or belong to him, it means that he loses objectivity and freedom. So you see that in Shabrin Lama in Ergeburge, he found the teaching of Buddha and he was able to explain it. So to be far from ocean of compassion, the real Buddhist should reject himself, should reject I. Let's hope that once in somebody being at Ergeburge will open this thought deeper and more wider, because Buddha Nagarjuna taught that whole world is similar to our wishes. Ishabren Lama taught that the understanding of time is just count of living beings which left us to the next reincarnation. For me, death of person is just impossibility to meet him again. And there is nothing is left but to remember with pity and remember with sadness how he was. So what kind of mind had Ishavren Lama? If the time told that he's gone. At the same time, Buddha Nagarjuna said that the time is divided into something excess and left, and he lived in the human body for 600 years. I think that only somebody who has very insightful mind could say something like this about time. Because time, according to Einstein, is like space, which is all-pervasive, and it's impossible to go anywhere from it. Ishabren Lama agrees and says that for the sake of spiritual insight, one has to go beyond, and only then the belief is strong. The belief, the faith, it should be deep into the mind. Ishabren Lama in 1886 in Ergeburge, he found out this great formula which says in translation, the body will decompose because the mind again wouldn't believe the consciousness. This is the phenomenon of our body of Khambo Lama Etigelov, which didn't decompose. And now the only thing we have to find out what Lama meant when he was human, in the human body, when he spoke about mind and about mind. You would be in the body of human because you didn't fall into the state of animals. But it doesn't mean that you are in nirvana. It is bad to be in the body of some animal, so you cannot learn anything about Buddha teachings. But it's even worse that if you think that you can go to nirvana like under the ice.
Будешь в теле человека, потому что он не упал ниже животных. И это доказывает,
I think
что в нирвану можно провалиться, как под лед. Это не доказывает.
I think even if you know how much bad things you did for others, or even if you know how much good things you did to prolong your life, you should still help people and all living beings every day. And you know that like dogs and cows, they can't really learn Buddha teaching. Do you have any example? Only in some areas where they're revolutionists, they would maybe say that they're animals who can learn Buddha teaching. But in other places, people are normal. They would not say that.
Думаю, сколько бы ты не имел и сделал окружающим плохое, или зная для них совершил хороший, теперь же для продолжения
Even though nirvana is close,
достижения существам каждый день.
do not dream that you can just fall into it.
Находится рядом,
But if you think so, you will stay under the ice forever.
когда ты точно веки веков подо льдом задохнешься от своего невежества. Нирвана рядом,
Nirvana is close,
туда нельзя провалиться.
but you can't just fall into there.
Так сказал еще Лама.
This is how XII Lama said.
Все в этом мире близко.
Everything in this world is close.
Они очень близко. Туш мишесі шарен берулер харунке зубарен хрикула. Ялгыры митне суны шамдар, içilde sunulsun. Үндісіне яру үгі қоз айылғар, күсін қаңғақын толы. Ол тұқыт ялғыжы, енжіма үгі, ғаяқын шықырдың қайылсын. Светом совершенной улыбки на лице,
With light and perfect smile on the face,
стрелами ярких лучей своих глаз.
by lightening the dark side of the life, it is possible to go through it
Глубокого познания смысла учения Будды.
with
У нас
the
есть погибки Энджима, погибки Энджима.
with the bright rays of your eyes. Dakini Yanjima,
Едешь туда,
by the power of the sound of the words from beginningless emptiness
хватает ума сегодня.
for
Они отправляют своих близких родственников, езжай туда, учись языке, у вас будет дети. Но мало кто туда едет, чтобы пройти
not many people go to her, to this Dakini,
такой взгляд.
to find the same vision, to become enlightened. They go just to take their kids and ask for things.
Как стрелы пронизывает стену невежества, черную сторону нашей жизни. Поэтому Сода Лама говорил, что вы можете стать просветленными, если вы научитесь понимать, для чего Енджима, такие Енджима.
You can become enlightened if you understand why Dakini Njima is amongst us.
Распознав ундыс турул уның берухин тола. Распознав пользу, нужно думать.
After understanding the benefit, one should one should think how to take vow
Себе правду о своих
for the sake of that, through meditation, to get the truth through meditation about your previous rebirths,
кем ты был.
about who you were before this rebirth.
А у нас что медитируют? У нас медитируют
But
Будду самого.
what people meditate about now? What people meditate about now? They meditate on Buddha. like they are Buddha. They meditate on their gurus, their teachers. Russian-speaking Buddhists are meditating on anything, really. I don't even understand what. And what should we do? Like Lama Dorji Zayaev, come to our Kilantuisky Datsan, go to the rock of Rajumani, and like Khambo Lama Zayaev, thankful to the protectors of the area, understand their previous life. What is the thing which we want to know the most? Who we were in our previous lives, who I was before and who I will be later. How can you know who you will be reborn as if you don't know what you were before? Because being born as a human is a huge happiness, huge luck, because it's a huge blessing to understand and to be able to learn Buddha teaching. This chance comes to us once in 1,000 years, but we just waste this chance for things which are not needed. So I invite you, if somebody will come to my Datsan, who will meditate there, and they will meditate on the rock Ranjumani. And if somebody will get some thought that I was born here in my previous life, and it's a huge achievement. If you understood who you were in previous life, it's great. Otherwise, you will die without even knowing that. So I tell you that you should know, because I look at our Barbuzin people who look at Yanjima with pride. They have, because they are able to get really good eyesight, but instead they have to wear glasses. Here in interrelation, there are four different things, like vow, benefit, meditation, and karma. You should agree. Do you think really that in these four things is whole teaching, whole life of the real Buddhists? It comes out that one should meditate to understand his own karma, and then it will just happen as it is. Because without understanding yourself, how can you understand others? I think it's very short, because Buddha Sakyamuni gave teaching about causes of everything. Buddha Nagarjuna, he gave the teaching about 4 conditions. Bogdo Sankhawa gave the teaching to tradition of Gelugpa. Pandito Khambo Lama Zayaev, he was able to make us Mongols real Buddhists. And Pandito Khambo Lama Etigelov, he just made everything clear. You should agree that personality doesn't go under the doubt if one has the faith. You should agree that there are many people in Lhasa, in India, everywhere, who needs us? Nobody. It's here, like right now, we are here and we feel our importance. But after 100 years, nobody will remember about us. But Khambo Lama Etigelov, he has the power. He has power above time and above space. and he made his consciousness wide. For most of people, consciousness is a small thing, but for Khambo Lama Etigelov, consciousness is very huge. I translated this sutra into Buryat language. If every time I repeat the same words and I will ask you same questions, at the end you will be able to reply properly. Otherwise we just don't understand anything, we are confused. But at the time of Shavrin Lama, he taught us how to think. If every year we will just take these great words of Shavrin Lama and we will repeat them, it will be great joy for us. Can we really fulfill the aim of his teachings? I don't know. This is why for these words, because of these great words, which I didn't really tell you whole, the Mongolian Lamas want to take this book. But here, they are my friends, but here they are not my friends, they are my competitors. Let them come here and live here for 40 years, and perhaps after that they will become my friends. This is what I understood after 22 years, 23 years. What is the teaching of Khambo Lama Etigelov? There is nothing else I can say. I would say that even me, I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand anything, but I told you that I didn't understand. Maybe Buryat people are smart, and some of you can stand up and say, I understood. But then maybe Kalmyk people will be against them, saying, who do you think you are? That's it, my dear friends. I'm very happy to meet you. It's an honor to speak in front of Buddhists of Bhutan, China, Sri Lanka, Cambodia. We are responsible for the body of Khambo Lama Etigelov. Like in Sri Lanka, you have the tooth of Buddha, which you protect, and also parts of Buddha. This is how we protect the body of Khambo Lama Etigelov, and for him we bring this conference to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And now I would like to give a floor to Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Democratic Social Republic of Sri Lanka, to the Russian Federation, Her Excellency Mrs. Lianch Janita Abeykrima.
Я не слышу. Меня включите, я не слышу ее.
Что еще раз?
Меня включите, я ее не слышу.
Так она ничего не говорит. Сейчас,
Добрый день всем.
Добрый день. So, the most venerable sirs, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends of Dhamma. So, on behalf of Sri Lanka, I would like to thank you all for inviting the Sri Lankan delegation here for this very valuable event. The Sri Lanka is Buddhist country. Majority of Sri Lankans, about 70% is Buddhist. And we are living very peacefully and very harmonically with other religions, where we have Hindus, we have Islam people, Catholics, Christians, but we live very peacefully in the country.
Итак, дорогие друзья, здравствуйте. Я рада приветствовать вас всех. И в первую очередь хотела бы поблагодарить за приглашение меня на этот форум, на это замечательное мероприятие. Шри-Ланка – это буддийская страна. Порядка 70-80% населения исповедует буддизм. Но мы живем в мире и с другими религиями. В нашей стране есть мусульманская община, христиане.
So, and also, though we had little difficulties or problems in the country, we overcome them very quickly, because we believe and we behave of our Buddha's way. So that is the most sensible way of living. So today we face a lot of challenges in the world. I think the most sensible solutions we can find if we go through the Buddha's way, the middle path, the Majjhima Pratipada. So it is not the very rich life or high, Madhyam Pratipada is the middle way. So not the very poorest way or not the very rich way. Even we had an economic crisis. We are now trying to solve that also, and going through our Buddha's thoughts. So Buddha has taught us a way of living in a peaceful and harmony with all the religions and with everybody. So though we have 7% of the total population of the world is Buddhist, we can do a lot to the world. We can give this message to the world. So I think if we get together and give this message to the world will be very peaceful place for all of us to live. So thank you very much.
Я так поняла, не вся речь была переведена синхронно. Я просто добавлю тогда, что, как учил нас Будда, мы стараемся следовать срединным путем, и ланкийцы довольствуются жизнью не очень бедной и не очень богатой. И несмотря на экономический кризис, который мы недавно пережили,
And even though we're going through economic crisis, we're trying our best to follow the teaching of Lord Buddha, who's teaching us to live in peace with the world, and we are doing our best to do good things for the world, for the whole planet of ours, with what we do, with what we think, and our way of life. Сейчас я
Our Buddhist and Cultural Affairs Ministry of Sri Lanka to present a token of appreciation to the Chief Lama, and who is here, the Khambo Lama of this temple.
Пользуясь случаем, я хотела бы еще пригласить заместителя министра буддизма, культуры.
I would like to take this opportunity to invite our Secretary for Religious Affairs, to Mr. Yoshev, for giving a token of appreciation. Lady Janita, for this wonderful token of appreciation for coming over here, for supporting us. And I would like to give the floor to the Mr. Hasikov, the Governor of Republic of Kalmykia.
Dear Khambo Lama, dear colleagues, friends, dear Buddhists, it's a great honor for me to be here. I was here in 2014 with my father to visit Volginsky Datsan, and for our family and for me, it was a historic event which determined the destiny of our family. I would like to reveal shortly why is it very important to learn who we were before the rebirth, and it's a very difficult task, and Khambo Lama was right to tell this, and this is a duty of every Buddhist to get the knowledge on his designation. You'd better do something in a good way rather than do nothing. It's a comprehensive scope of work, of inner work of an individual. Strive for receiving as much knowledge as possible, an ability to be open to the world, an ability to see only the best things in everything, to be open and trustworthy to people. And these events, such as our forum, which we are holding here in Buryatia today, the first Buddhist forum, the first international Buddhist forum, Your Excellency Khambo Lama, it's a very good event which united all the scholars, all the teachers, all and government officials and laity, all people. All we are united in one effort, and we are looking into one direction. Came here with the delegation, big delegation from Kalmykia, my brother Sanjin Lama Butulavyanov, who has recently adopted this post and became a Khambo Lama of Kalmykia. Recently he had enjoyed the intronization, and we cheered him and we greeted him, and and the spiritual rise has started in the rector of Kalmyk University has also joined us. Today at our republic we are experiencing a big consolidation as a united force, as a united nation to bring joy and happiness to people and to develop our republic economically and socially for the great benefit of our motherland, Great Russia. And thank you very much for opportunity to deliver speech here, and I would like to wish everybody to be spiritually equilibrious and to be happy and to be strong during the happy days and during the days of sorrow, and be and have a dignity and to reach enlightenment in each their own way. Thank you. Om Mani Padme Hum, and thank you, Pandito Lama. you witnessed in 2014 when Batu Hasikov with his father came here, and his father asked Khambo Lama Etigelov to make a present to his son, and Khambo Lama Etigelov worshipped his son to become the head of the Republic of Kalmykia. I'm too humble to tell this story, but Khambo Lama told me if you would have come alone, it would be very harsh and strong, but you were smart enough to bring your father. That's why I imposed loyalty on you. Khambo Lama told me not to be too proud, because your father should be proud of you. You are the champion of his father. But when your son will become a champion, you will be proud of your son. Are you married? He asked me at that, Khambo Lama asked me at that time. I told him that I was not married, that I was single, and he said, you are a fool, you have to go marry as soon as possible. And I married next year, and now I'm a happy father of a son and a daughter, and it's a very great experience in my life, a lot of things to remember. And my father started to write a book, because Khambo Lama advised him to write a book to bring to pass the knowledge how to train the world champions in martial arts, and and my father is now writing his memoirs and his book, and you are the head of the traditional Buddhist Sakha of Russia. You are bringing and fulfilling this mission with great pride and honor. Our Buryatian people are not smart enough. They come by themselves, and they ask Khambo Lama Etigelov to make them heads of their republics. But they need to bring some senior with them. They need. Maybe I will. This is my message to our people. If you come to Ivolginsky Datsan to to receive a message and blessing from Khambo Lama Etigelov, you need to bring some seniors with you. I would like to give floor to His Excellency Ambassador of India, Mr. Kapur Pawa, for his speech. Его превосходительство Пандита Khambo Lama,
Baku Khasikov, Governor of Kalmykia, distinguished monks and participants, it's a great pleasure for me to be here today and to address participants of this first International Buddhist Forum on Traditional Buddhism and Challenges of Modernity. The serene surroundings of the Ivugilsky Datsan, a place of profound spirituality and cultural heritage, provide an ideal setting for such exchanges. The Buddha always said that a consequence of Dhamma practice is living close to nature. It's interesting to note that his first birth, enlightenment, and his first message delivered to his disciples were all under a tree. So it's apt that we are today in this beautiful setting of the Ivugilsky Datsan. Buddhism, with its profound teachings of compassion, wisdom, peace, and harmony, has been a cornerstone of Indian society for centuries. India, the land where the light of Buddha's wisdom first shone, continues to uphold and promote these principles globally. In Russia, Buddhism is one of the 4 main recognized religions, and after Orthodox Christianity, it was the second religion to be officially recognized by Empress Elizabeth as far back as in 1741. While the relationship between India and Russia is politically only 76 years old, our spiritual ties date back several millennia. Our shared spiritual history is woven with the threads of Buddhism, which has transcended geographical borders to become an integral part of our cultural ties. As we deliberate on the various themes in this conference, it is essential to explore the ancient links between the Indo-Himalayan form of Buddhism and the Buddhism followed in Russia. At the heart of this discourse lies the Vajrayana form of Buddhism, a distinctive and powerful tradition that has flourished in Buryatia, Tuva, and Kalmykia, as well as the Indo-Himalayan region. This esoteric path is characterized by its emphasis on enlightenment through transformation, harnessing inner energy, and the guidance of spiritual masters. The intertwining of our spiritual roots can be traced back to the diffusion of Buddhism from India to Tibet and beyond. The great Indian sage, Guru Padmasambhav of the 8th century, revered as the second Buddha, left an indelible mark on both regions. His teachings and practices, encapsulated within the Vajrayana tradition, resonate in the hearts of all practitioners. This shared heritage forms a bridge of understanding that unites our nations. Buryatia has a rich synthesis of different linguistic and religious cultures, and Sanskrit plays an important role therein, with different versions of the Sanskrit-Mongol dictionary in existence. In the 20th century, as part of the modern Mongol language, a hybrid Vagindra script was developed by Agwan Dorjiev, which is a synthesis of Sanskrit and Mongol scripts. The serene landscapes of Buryatia have nurtured a distinctive blend of Buddhism, deeply influenced by local culture. Here, traditional Buryat beliefs harmoniously coexist with Vajrayana principles, resulting in a journey enriched by local customs. This fusion has given rise to a vibrant yet unique amalgamation of rituals, art, and philosophy unique to the region. Over the years, the Government of India has taken significant initiatives to foster the spirit of Buddhism in India. One of these was the establishment of the Buddhist Tourism Circuit, which connects important Buddhist heritage pilgrim sites in India associated with the Buddha's life. Bodh Gaya, where Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment, has been transformed into a vibrant spiritual destination, welcoming millions of devotees each year from all over the world. It also boasts of an international airport, the Deer Park at Sarnath in Varanasi, the place where the Buddha gave his first sermon, and Kushinagar, the place where Buddha attained Mahaparinirvan, are also well connected with international airports. The Archaeological Survey of India has meticulously preserved and restored ancient monasteries, stupas, and artifacts, underscoring the rich history and heritage of Buddhism. A unique and historic project is also coming up in Lumbini, Nepal, the birthplace of Siddhartha Gautama. On 16th May 2022, during the Buddha Jayanti Vesak Day, the Prime Minister of India, along with the Prime Minister of Nepal, laid the foundation stone for a world-class India International Center for Buddhist Culture and Heritage in the Lumbini monastic zone. The Government of India has consistently emphasized the role of Buddhism in promoting global harmony. At the Global Buddhist Summit in April 2023 in New Delhi, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi said, and I quote, "Buddhism teaches us to live with compassion, not just for ourselves, but for the world." On numerous other occasions, the Government of India has highlighted the importance of compassion, non-violence, and environmental responsibility in Buddhist teachings for a peaceful and environmentally sustainable world. A decade and a half ago, in 2010, the Indian government inaugurated the new Nalanda University in the state of Bihar, on the very site where the ancient Nalanda University functioned between the 5th and 13th centuries. It was one of the most important centers of Buddhist learning in ancient India, and from where Indian masters such as Nagarjuna and Atisha Dipankara emerged, who helped in the flourishing of Buddhism in Tibet and East Asia. In addition, the Government of India also supports 3 deemed to be universities for the study of Buddhism. These are located in important Buddhist sites of India, including Leh, Varanasi, and Nalanda. The Ayush Ministry, dedicated to supporting traditional forms of Indian medicine, also includes Sowa Rigpa as one of the 6 traditional Indian forms of medicine. The National Institute of Sowa Rigpa, located in Ladakh, is dedicated to the study of this form of Buddhist medicine. Besides, the International Buddhist Confederation, which works closely with our Ministry of Culture, has been actively connecting with the larger Buddhist world including with the Buddhists in Russia. I'm glad to note, therefore, that our IBC delegation to this conference is led by His Excellency Guru Tulku Rinpoche, who is seated here amongst all the monks. The bonds between the Indo-Himalayan form of Buddhism and the Buddhism practiced in Russia are a testament to the enduring power to spiritually transcend borders. As we continue our journey, let us draw inspiration from our shared heritage, utilizing its timeless wisdom to navigate the challenges of our times. Let us forge ahead, hand in hand, as custodians of an ancient legacy that continues to illuminate our lives. I would like to conclude by extending my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers of this conference, His Eminence Pandito Khambo Lama, the administration of Buratia, and Alexei Maslov of the Foundation of the Promotion of Buddhist Education. I would like to commend your efforts in bringing together such a diverse and knowledgeable set of scholars and practitioners from all across the world to discuss the importance of Buddhism in this day and age. I wish you all very successful deliberations. Thank you. Спасибо вам большое.
Спасибо,
Господин министр.
посол.
Посол. То есть,
We have a request. Buddha has given 3 teachings, and you spoke about 2 of those teachings.
Раджагир, но вы не напомнили ям.
Yambajin and Vaishani. There, Vaishya has turned the wheel of teaching but the 3rd time, so that where Buddha has explained the mutual dependence in the life of people. In Indian it's called Vaishali, and in our language it's called Yambajin. So this place, I don't know, you've forgotten maybe, or you didn't have enough opportunity to go there, but I would want you to come there, please. There's, of course, a lot of spaces, and I would be very happy to discuss this issue together with you during lunchtime. And I would want to invite you to India so that you would see see this place, okay? I have been there to all of those locations myself. Thank you. Thank you. I would now want to invite to speak Deputy Head of Chairman of Chinese Association of Yunhegong Temple in Beijing by the name of Hu Xuefeng.
各位信众，今天很高兴来到亿湾村就感。
I'm very excited about the opportunity to be here because I see with my own eyes, I could see this miracle that gave us a new hope to the people of the world. All of us are promoting the teaching of Buddha, of how we can achieve nirvana. There has been a lot of conversations about it today, and we need to show how people with their own actions can promote Buddhist values to live in harmony with the surrounding world. There is happiness, there is health, internal balance, internal peace. The more you would treat it to the world with this sort of appeal, the greater would be your achievement of good results. And I like the word of Khambo Lama. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Alexander Terentiev, Chief Advisor to the Department for Interaction with Religious Organizations of the Administration of the President of Russian Federation.
He is the curator of Buddhism. Alexander Terentiev is a very important person. Dear friends, I understand that the second day of the conference made us very close spiritually, and Buddhism united all of us, so we can call ourselves friends, and that's why we can open informal dialogue as friends. Buddhism teaches us tolerance and friendship, so we are very humbled by the words of Khambo Lama, his critical words as government officials. We have to serve to people, so we receive these critics as a right one, as the right words. In his speech, Pandito Khambo Lama Damba Ayushov told about importance of Evanginsky Datsan, for everybody to be able to touch the real truth. With Khambo Lama, Etigelov, we all had this unique opportunity to touch the sacred jewel, and I was our president. The President of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, had a chance several years ago to visit Evolginsky Datsan and to witness the precious and inexhaustible body of Khambo Lama Etigelov, and the President of Russian Federation had a meeting with Buddhist traditional Sangha of Russia, and during that meeting President of the Russian Federation, Putin, asked for a favor from Khambo Lamas of Buryatia to have a chance to say goodbye to Khambo Lama, great teacher Pandito Khambo Lama Dashi Dorji Etigelov, and his teaching, his messages, and his testaments teach us to be more pure and more spiritual, and visit by the President of the Russian Federation opened a new stage in the relationship between Russian Buddhists and the population of and peoples of Russia. We have improved infrastructure of Datsan, of Evolginsky Datsan. I would like to thank representatives of Buddhist Traditional Sangha of Russia for hosting us here and for organizing such a beautiful and excellent event. For over the years, of the last years, we have witnessed changes in the Buddhist Traditional Sangha of Russia. A lot of Buddhist temples were restored on the territory of Russia. Many educational activities and initiatives have been launched, and we are able to witness ourselves how the educational center, located in Evolginsky Datsan, Zaev Dashi Chon Korlin Buddhist University, has developed itself and very efficiently functioning, and we treat with respect all Buddhist organizations, but of course the leading role of Buddhist Traditional Sangha of Russia is indisputable. I think that the first International Buddhist Forum is a good start for establishing new international relations. We are happy to see many guests from all over the world and participants to the forum who came to Buryatia today, and I hope that this event will become a regular, and I hope that cooperative ties and cooperation between Buddhists of Russia and the rest of the world will continue to strengthen. I would like to give a floor to Professor Alexei Maslov, who director of the Institute of Asian and African Countries in the Moscow State University and the president of the Foundation for Buddhist Education and Research. Thank you for this opportunity. I specifically unbuttoned my tie. I'm not a government official. I am representative of scholar community, a very small community. The scholars are becoming less and less in numbers as Buddhists. I'm very happy to find myself among the friends. I see friendly faces from all over the world, and the first Buddhist canon was written in Pali. But may I ask you a question? Pali is a written language. Buddha was not speaking Pali. It was written in Prakrit. Buddha was prophesying his teaching in the south of India, where people speak various languages, and people do not understand each other. But the Buddha, speaking with his heart, was able to bring his teaching to all of them. Similar to Pandito Khambo Lama, Damba Ayushev, who speaks with his open heart. He always speaks with his open heart. I spent 2 years when I was young, when I was a monk, together with some monks in Tibet and Datsan who are present today. Your clean heart, your pure heart is the Buddha. So you don't need to go for the wonders. You have to look inside of yourself. When Pandito Khambo Lama criticizes us, he makes us to look inside of our soul, and I would like to thank Pandito Khambo Lama for his critical words. Otherwise we will become shamans, and we will go and for the wonders instead of learn the teachings of the Buddha. Our mission is to support the Buddhist research, new ideas. It doesn't matter from what part of the world does it come, from Tuva, Mongolia, or Buryatia. We are all Buddhists, have the meta-compassion ability to purify our hearts. We are not, so we don't divide the world into fools and into the smart ones and the wise ones. So we need to start with self-improvement. We need to, I would all the Reverend, all Your Holiness, Your Excellencies, monks and nuns, I would like to thank you for an ability to come here and discuss our small, foolish things with. I would like to excuse you. We have received a message from Khambo Lama from Mongolia. It's very short. He wishes Khambo Lama Damba Yushev good health and good karma. He greets all participants of the forum and he excuses himself because he wasn't able to come. He is he's celebrating 100 years of Gat and Datsan on the 17th of August, so that's why he was unable to attend our conference and our international forum. So he wishes all success and good luck, and wishes good luck to all the participants and fruitful work at the forum on behalf of. I would like to give a floor to Guru Tulku Rinpoche, abbot of the Topchak Getseling from India.
강기 두세 녀성네 다와 탐제 방배실 담배춘이 된세베 고담델로 창세로 respected Supreme Pratiraj Buddhist leaders, Most Venerable Dambayushi Pandito Khambo Lama, respected monks and nuns, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Indian delegation and the International Buddhist Confederation, IBC, I am here to extend our hearty congratulations to the organizers and the participants on the occasion of the inauguration of the International Buddhist Forum in Ulan-Ude and today in here monastery, Republic of Buryatia, Russia. India is the sacred land where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment, and that his teaching of wisdom and universal compassion flourished from India to the world over. Today's era, where the world crisis escalates, finds the acute need of the message of the Buddha as the guiding light to harmony and world peace, through the message and insight of mutuality, of dependency amongst the humanity and the ecology. The brilliant wisdom developed in erstwhile Nalanda University goes in great parallel with the modern science such as quantum physics, relativity theory, and neuroscience. These legacies collectivity can render great service to the well-being of humanity. Given that there is a great interest being developed among the scientists and educationists in the wisdom of Buddhist teachings, people from different parts of the world who are born in the Buddhist communities have a huge responsibility to truly learn one's own culture of the profound philosophy and share with your younger generations and to others alike in service of the humanity. We thank the Republic of Buryatia for hosting this International Buddhist Forum, Traditional Buddhism and Modern Challenges in Ulan-Ude. The Republic of Buryatia, Russia, by bringing the great minds from all over the world on the single platform to share and learn from each other and disseminate the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings to the world. Once again, I pray that this International Buddhist Forum will be a successful one to bring a great benefit for the world. Thank you all.
Спасибо. Спасибо. Спасибо.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I would like to give a floor to His Holiness monk from Myanmar, Bhadanta Sabwa Hirasma. He's the Deputy Chairman of the High State Committee for the affairs of Buddhist Sangha of Myanmar.
Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubaga Sure, Pimzulia, Nakai Tavi, Sawe Vekisa, Mamania, Sawe Balu, Taidoye, Oye, Oarakatago, Nigoncho Bare.
Hello. Etigelov, and so могли бы поддерживать мета, который по-русски доброта, сострадание, это гаруна, еще сочувствование радости, это
We would like to thank the organizers of the Buddhist International First Forum in Buryatia for bringing the scholars from all over the world for supporting the Buddhist teaching to reach nirvana through enlightenment or by compassion and doing good things. Thank you. Now we would like to make to present a special gift on behalf of Myanmar delegation. This is the this is a traditional piece of art from Myanmar in depicting the Tanka image Buddhist tradition.
Уважаемый Khambo Lama, дорогие друзья, разрешите, я тоже.
Allow me, on behalf of Buddhist traditional Sangha of Russia, and thank Khambo Lama for supporting Buddhist traditions of his people. I would like to present Khambo Lama on behalf of the Republic of Kalmykia. I know that you have opened special workshops to support the animal breeding and woven textile industries. Our masters have it's a handmade it's a handmade piece of art representing very valuable story from the rich Buddhist history. It's very important that Khambo Lama supports our warriors, and this is also depicted.
Now I would like to invite Tu Wang from Vietnam, who represents Vietnamese Academy of Social Sciences. Уважаемые Khambo Lama,
and scholars and monks and nuns who come to attend this great forum today.
Chúng tôi đến từ Việt Nam và rất là vinh dự lần đầu tiên được đến thăm đất nước Nga, cũng như là lần đầu tiên được đến thăm nước Cộng hòa Buriat và tham dự cái diễn đàn Phật giáo thế giới lần thứ nhất được tổ chức tại Nga.
It is our honor to be invited here to Russia and especially to the Republic of Russia to attend the first international conference on traditional Buddhism and the challenges of modernity. This is our very first time in your beautiful country.
Chúng tôi đánh giá rất cao cái ý nghĩa của việc tổ chức cái diễn đàn Phật giáo lần thứ nhất, và chúng tôi cũng chia sẻ rất nhiều những cái nội dung, những cái chủ đề mà cái diễn đàn này đề cập đến, và chúng tôi cho rằng là nó có giá trị cho các quốc gia đối diện với những cái vấn đề của toàn cầu.
We come from the Vietnam Academy of Social Science, and as scholars, we highly appreciate what the message and the meanings that the forum promotes. This is a very rare and unique opportunity to promote Buddhist values in order to assist people to cope with the challenges brought by modernity.
Chúng tôi nghĩ rằng là đây là một cái dịp rất là tốt để các quốc gia trên thế giới, đặc biệt là những quốc gia Phật giáo, cùng nhau đến đây để chia sẻ những cái giá trị của Phật giáo, có thể đưa ra để chúng ta ứng phó với những cái vấn đề toàn cầu, cũng như vấn đề của mỗi quốc gia đang phải đối diện.
This is a very wonderful opportunity for different countries all over the world to gather here, especially the country with the majority of people following Buddhism, to study, to think about the Buddhist values and solution to the issues faced by the world today.
Hôm nay đến đây, đến tu viện, nơi là cái trụ sở của Giáo hội Phật giáo truyền thống Nga, được tham dự các cái nghi lễ và đặc biệt là được chiêm bái, chiêm ngưỡng cái nhục thân của vị Lạt Ma rất là nổi tiếng của nước Nga. Chúng tôi thấy vô cùng là xúc động và thấy được những cái giá trị và ý nghĩa mà Phật giáo đã để lại, không chỉ là tư tưởng, không chỉ là di sản, mà còn là những cái mà chúng ta không thể hình dung được trong cái thế giới hiện nay.
Today we have our unique experience visiting this monastery, and this is our very first time to witness by our own eyes the imperishable bodies of the 12 Lama, and we think that via the heritage of Buddhism and heritage that generation of Buddhists left, we have a lot to learn.
Chúng tôi nghĩ rằng là Phật giáo để lại những cái giá trị rất là lâu bền và vĩnh cửu, nhưng mà bên cạnh đó để lại những cái di sản, và tôi nghĩ rằng là cái nhục thân của vị Lạt Ma đó là một cái di sản vô cùng quý báu mà Phật giáo có thể tạo ra cho chúng ta.
The imperishable body of the Lama, the 12, is among the very precious heritage created by Buddhism in the world.
Và chúng tôi một lần nữa thì chúng tôi rất là cảm ơn các bạn ở đất nước Nga xinh đẹp và ban tổ chức rất là chu đáo đã tạo cơ hội cho chúng tôi có dịp tham dự và chia sẻ ở đây, và mong rằng là cái diễn đàn này sẽ có thể được tiếp tục để chúng ta lại có những cơ hội lần sau cùng nhau chia sẻ những cái giá trị của Phật giáo.
From our side, we promise when we come back home, we will share the successful and the achievements of the forum to our audience in Vietnam. And I would like once again take this opportunity to say thank you very much to the organizers and sponsors who invited us and give us this opportunity to join with Buddhists and scholars from different nation in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо. Спасибо, спасибо.
Very much, sir. And now I would like to give the floor Khambo Lama of Gohan Gatsa to Ridim Yenso. Сюда говорю. Переводить на русский сейчас буду. Куда?
네, 나 지금 그 안시와서 그 니토네라 이 총대 전부터 강릉 니토라 용하고 고르고가 내라 배도 그 셈 땅이 되게다 캄보라마나 그런 시도 시고 요새 당도 좋은데 좋아한데 나와 성지 위 진릭 다르풀 가랬던 거 같던 대특 니와 가는서 요봐 디고니 잠랑 참든 용니 직든 디와던 로 디비 답름 시디도 바라던 로야가 원능의 바란 친이 남랑의 시대의 용약을 모든 요소 뒤지지.
Приветствую всех участников.
Participants of the conference, all participants of the forum, and having arrived here, I feel an excitement, and it didn't happen for no reason, but specifically because of assistance of Khambo Lama, Dashi, Ayushev, and I see how strong our teaching is, and I see how it feels like inside when we study it, and its power, its greatness, and its key messages of assisting other human beings is very visible here. And all participants, I wish you all to have a deeper studying and friendship between all of us. Thank you all. I would like to give the floor now to Gishi Chirago of Khambo Lama of Republic of Kalmykia, Russia. Good afternoon, Khambo Lamas, honorable guests, Lamas and Huarakis, participants of the forum. I would want to first speak about the words of gratitude for the invitation to participate in this international forum, because I believe that this kind of meetings in this format encourage many participants from different countries. They are very useful, these sort of meetings, as there are many countries and people who have been confessing Buddhism for thousands of years, and we have an opportunity to understand and take these their experiences, because most of people who find themselves to be Buddhists, they do not study Buddhism deeply, philosophically. However, with assistance of Buddhist culture, something that has been confessed over centuries from generation to generation, and Buddhist philosophy comes from people's culture. The understanding of it comes from the early age. If we would give a smaller example, Kalmyk people have this expression. He quoted the Kalmyk language. All the deeds done welcome the host, the actor, who is doing, or the person who is doing these actions. So in simple terms, this is the law of karma. And in our Kalmyk culture, if you study your language from early age, then we start to confront with the Buddhist teaching. And if we continue doing that, and if we continue studying it deeper, then we would confront with mutual dependence the philosophy of Buddhism. And I believe that this is so great, because this is such a small example that speak about us, the Kalmyks, and there would be even more evidence to the other nations, the other people who are studying Buddhism for over thousands of years, and where Buddhism crosses all of its, goes through all of their cultures. That's why, for me, is this sort of learning other cultures which have been confessing Buddhism for a long time. For me personally, this sort of meetings are very useful. And I would want to wish you all to have great health and fruitful work at this forum. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Shajin Lama. I would now want to give the floor to Khambo Lama of the Russian Republic of Tuva. Good afternoon. Pandito Khambo Lama, dear guests. It's so exciting. I'm so happy that today we have come here together, and as we study different traditions of Buddhism, and of course, all of us are brought together by our great teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, and we have come from the Russian Republic of Tuva. There's a big delegation of us here, our scholars, our representatives of government, scholars from the university. We're very excited and very thankful that we've been invited, and we wish all of you all the best. Thank you very much. I apologize for taking a little too long to continue the discussion. I would want to give the floor Chairman of the Central Buddhist Administration of the Republic of Altai, Aram Kirchapakov.
I would like to welcome all Buddhist dear friends and colleagues on behalf of from the Republic of Altai, specifically all international guests, all Buddhists who came from all over the world to come to support us in conducting in such a great event. I would like to wish good luck to all of us, and to everybody, and thank you all participants on the forum for their devotion. Thank you, Khambo Lama. Now it's a time for presenting the gift on behalf of the International Foundation Diamond, Buddhist Foundation Diamond Way. He would like to present a special gift to Pandita Khambo Lama Damba Yusuf.
Great man, ladies and gentlemen, like Lama always says, seekers of anyone who wants to defeat the egos, and also anyone who would like to dive into Dharma practice. On the name of Lama Ole, we would like to thank you very much for organizing this incredible event where many different Dharma views, schools, traditions come together in order to rejoice and share this richness of Buddha's teachings. in order to go deeper, to understand the Buddha's teachings, practice it, and use it in daily life to bring happiness into our lives, just to be a better man, to inspire people, to be a good example in order to really live meaningful life. So I just came in the name of Lama Ole when we met recently with 17 Jawa Karmapa, the head of Karma Kagyu lineage, Dorji, the first incarnated Lama of Tibet, the one who started with the system of Tulku, let's say. And when we met recently with 7,000 people, or more over 60 countries, when we rejoiced together, meditated together, receiving empowerment together, and also building stupa, inaugurating the stupa, Rabne Chirtan, when we really came together in order to be not only practitioners, but also be useful. And therefore, dear Khambo Lama, dear organizer, we are very thankful to be here. We really deeply cherish that, and we are privileged and honored to be part of this noble forum with these noble people. So thank you once again for that, and we wish you all kind of happiness, all kind of success in your lives on a spiritual level, practical level, on any kind of level you can imagine. Thank you very much.
Спасибо, спасибо.
Thank you very much for your gift and your wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Руководитель фонда Лумбини, Санураджи, Сахья и Динанат хотят.
This is the now it's a time for the foundation of Lumbini, Buddhist Foundation from Lumbini, to present their gift to Pandito Khambo Lama. We are from Nepal, from Lumbini. I would like to tell the participants of this forum that we started to build the Russian Buddhist temple in Lumbini. It will be built. It will be built by 2025. Khambo Lama blessed our construction efforts. We would like to invite everybody to the inauguration, opening of the Buddhist temple. The Lama. Now it's as a coordinator, would like to introduce and have an honor to present you with a gift from the foundation of Lumbini Buddhist Society. This small jewelry box contains the land from the place, from the sacred place where Buddha was born. Thank you very much for your wonderful gift. A delegation from Laos would like to present their gift.
We are a delegation from Lao PDR. It is great pleasure and honor for our delegation to come to Ivanginsky Datsan, where we have seen a lot of development through the Lord Buddha's teaching here, which is also a valuable asset, not just for Buddhism, but it is the asset of Buddhism to the world. We participated in this forum as the second day, as part of the international forum. Thank you very much for your very meaningful presentation. On this occasion, we would like to present a memory to Khambo Lama. We go back home with many good memory of Buddha Ulande, we have made very good friends of Buddhist delegations from different parts of the world and also laity people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, спасибо. Это был заместитель председателя Национального фронта.
There was Sanmota Chathavon, the deputy chairman of the Buddhist Foundation from Laos. Our plenary session is coming to an end, and I would like to present a book which I wrote, to present my book. It took us many years to prepare to write this book. We started with audio recording, then we made text and content out of so many co-authors have participated with me, but they decided to be anonymous. But so it's a collective effort, including those who financially supported our project, and I will bear the all responsibility for any possible errors or mistakes if they have any. So the mental factors, as we translated it roughly into Russian, the heritage, cultural and Buddhist heritage of 51 mental factors which comprise human conscious, negative emotions and types of various negative emotions, but and in this second part of the book is devoted to various observations and approaches of different scholars towards interpretation of Buddhist teachings. And by thus I would like to close our plenary session, but somebody would like to make another short announcement.
Уважаемые дамы и господа, от лица камбоджийской делегации я хотел бы выразить свою благодарность и положительную
that invite you Cambodian delegation to come and take part in this very important one of the first International Buddhist Forum here in this very beautiful the Republic of Bayati, and very beautiful and very nice temples of the important temples of the Lama, the livings, the bodies of the Lama, the 12. And here once again I have a small gift from the Cambodian side. We have the gifts with, in case with the Cambodians, very famous temple. Everybody may know this is Angkor Wat. It's very famous. So I like to present this small gift to our most venerable there. And also, may I also invite our Cambodian venerable monk to come along and then present this to our most venerable.
Это были представители Камбоджи, камбоджийская сангха.
These were representatives of Cambodian Sangha. Yang Sing It is giving this gift representing Sangha of Cambodia.
My name is Ronald Mongchuk, on behalf of a delegation from India like to congratulate the most venerable Khambo Lama Tambai Shiv for this grand success of this conference. I wish you good health, and also in the coming years you have other big events coming. Look forward to attending to it. I would like to present you a khatak as a symbol of our old friendship and good wishes to you.
Thank you, Сану Манчук. И вместе хотят вручить гуру Римпоче также от индийской делегации.
So on behalf of the Indian delegation, he would want to give the token of appreciation of Buddha Shakyamuni.
И я по программе хотел сказать, вот у нас
our program starts at 1. We have to start the discussion during the testament of messages of the Pandito, Khambo, Lama, Dashi, Dorji, Etigelov. We would like to invite you to come at 2. We are going to discuss the sessions of the in this very hall. We are going to have discussion in Russian language, and downstairs we will have the session on discussing phenomenon of the Khambo Lama Etigelov in Russian, English, and Chinese. And in another hall, which is located outside of this building, will be the session for Mongolian with Mongolian language. Please, we would like kindly ask you to the international participants to bring back the handset for simultaneous translation to the staff.